Perfect. Hello, my name is Sean and I'm with FandomWire. Thank you for taking time to chat with me today.
Hey Sean, how
Hi,
you
Sean.
doing?
Doing well. So, really enjoyed the film. So you hear a lot about actors making the jump from acting to directing, but not a lot of actors jumping to DP. Mr. Ribisi, what made you want to become a cinematographer, and why do you think we don't see this type of transition more often?
I don't know. That's a good question. I started out. I was a child actor, and I more or less grew up next to a camera in the camera department. And it was always this fascination for me. And my mother was into photography. I think I've always been a photographer, and it was just something that I was just sort of drawn to that I couldn't help. I guess I've been doing it professionally more or less for 15 years now, and trying to do that in the background. And then when JT had sent me the script, within 15 minutes, it was just this thing that I really couldn't help it. I just needed to be a part of it. And then those conversations evolved into me shooting the movie.
Yeah, absolutely. And Strange Darling is told in a nonlinear structure, which with this type of storyline, it
It
can be
is?
easy to get gimmicky.
What? I had no
But
idea.
it's not. No, it's
No,
not. So how do
thank you.
you kind of balance this approach to the story without falling into that trap of being gimmicky?
I hope it doesn't feel like a gimmick because it wasn't. And I knew there was a risk that maybe these tricks for you or these if the framework of the movie would feel gimmicky. But I think it's my theory that perhaps it doesn't because that's how the movie came to me. It was the organic part of the writing process. It came to me that way. And when I was discovering the story over the course of the months that I came up with the story, it came to me in that order. So I discovered the fleshing out of the final girl and the villain in the same way the audience does now. So hopefully that's why it doesn't feel like a gimmick because that's the only way it could be told.
Yeah, absolutely. And the film is shot on 35 millimeter, and I think it looks fantastic. How did this kind of help you achieve the aesthetic you were striving for?
It was the only way. It was always going to be the only way. It's a painting, and we needed to use paint, and that's why I knew Vani was going to be the ultimate partner to bring this to life visually, because he felt the same way as I did, and we both sort of lean into film. We have a reverence for it.
Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
Me, yeah. I mean, I think that at the end of the day, it always comes down to story, and I think that we share a common love for film and celluloid. That's actually how we met through a mutual friend who was working at Kodak, a guy named Steve Bellamy, who was also sort of woven into the fabric of this film while we were in production. Um, and um, yeah, I think it's just a superior image, but also specifically for this, the malleability of film, the texture, and what you can do with the saturate. It just sort of seemed to serve all of what we wanted to do for the film visually.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me. Really enjoyed the film, and I can't wait to see what you guys do
Thank
next.
you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. You as well. Bye bye.
Bye.